Welcome to Bnai Jacob 101, your cram session and guide to being a part of our congregation. This week I'm here with a great student, Allison Snyder, and we're going to talk about a bar and bat mitzvah. A lot of people think they know what that is, but let's get you caught up with what that really means. Bar and bat mitzvah are actually titles. Bar mitzvah means son of the commandments. Bat mitzvah means daughter of the commandments. It's a title given to a Jewish boy at the age of 13, a girl at the age of 12. It was merely a description created by the rabbis during Talmudic times to designate when a Jew was obligated to keep and practice the commandments. In other words, when was a person responsible for his or her actions. And the rabbis decided 12 and 13 were the age that responsibility began. There were no actual ceremonies, no party, just a legal status. A strong public indication of who was an adult in Judaism was when a boy could participate in what is called a minyan, a quorum for public worship. Only adults counted for that, so for a boy to be there as part of the quorum of 10, for him to be called up to the Torah, an aliyah, were powerful public declarations of Jewish adulthood. But the idea of a celebration with family and friends, that's a relatively recent phenomenon, even more so for women. Today, bar and bat mitzvahs are no longer a title, but a coming-of-age celebration with elaborate party and joyous celebrations with family and friends. It's also become a wonderful teaching moment as well. Here at Bnai Jacob and congregations throughout the world, children begin studying at a very early age in preparation for active Jewish participation and for their bar and bat mitzvah ceremonies. Here at our congregation, they come to Sunday school beginning at nursery school age, and then they come to study Hebrew after public school beginning in the 2nd grade. Then, approximately a year and a half before their 12th or 13th birthday, they begin private lessons. They'll learn how to lead services, chant from the Torah, the Hebrew Bible, learn a prophetic portion called a haftarah, and also deliver a drasha, a commentary, a speech, on the weekly Torah portion. Every bar and bat mitzvah is unique at our congregation. We have traditional Jewish families who like a traditional Shabbat morning service, and the young men and women study to learn and lead an all-Hebrew Saturday morning service. We have other members who feel a more contemporary Sabbath experience works better for their families, and still others create a completely different ceremony on a completely different day of the week. We're comfortable with that because, as I began, the bar and bat mitzvah is a title. You get that regardless of how you celebrate that birthday. As for me, as long as I get to study with students as dedicated as Allison, our community grows and is strengthened. Which reminds me, Allison is doing a very traditional Sabbath morning service, so we better get back to work. Now next time we'll look at the mourner's Kaddish. It doesn't talk about death, was not created for mourners, so why do we associate the Kaddish with death? We'll talk about that and how it is said at our congregation. Now we try, but we can't answer every question, especially with regards to bar or bat mitzvahs. So if you have a question, or if you'd like your son or daughter to learn, to participate at our congregation, please drop me a line at charlestonrabbi@yahoo.com. Now let's get back to work.